Hi there, this is Leanne from Christian Mommy Blogger. Today I'm going to show you how to use Trello as a blogger. This has truly revolutionized how we manage our time as bloggers, and it has also revolutionized how I run my household because I also use it for personal use. So these are my personal boards that I use. I use it for keeping up with prayer requests, and I'll go ahead and take you in. You can see really quickly. I just have a list for each of the sections of things that I'm trying to do, like what I need to do around my home, cooking, new baby needs, homeschool, computer, inventory needs. This is where I keep up with all our clothes and so on and so forth. So I have a board for each of these tasks so I can just keep a running to-do list. It has been so wonderful and so helpful. But today we're talking about as a blogger and how do you need to use it as a blogger. You may or may not need to create an entire organization for your blog. If you use it for personal use, like I do, I created an organization just by simply clicking here and then saying new organization, and I created Butterfly Ministries. Once I created this Butterfly Ministries board, let's go in and take a look at it. You can see that we have members that I have added. Very simple, straightforward. This is me and my husband, which is our marketing manager, and Nikki. And they have access to all of the boards within this organization, just to make it easy on all of us to share information. And it lists here all the different boards that we have. We have one for each of our blogs. We have one for evaluation, how to keep us legal, marketing stuff that we have going on with selling ads and things like that, and website operations, where we talk about SEO things. And right now it has a list of things that we need to do to hire a virtual assistant, which will eventually be added to our boards as well. And then we list our goals here that we can refer to often. But if you go to the home page of Trello, you can see those boards here as well. But you'll see that my boards are separated. This is my personal board and this is my organization board. If you plan on using it for two separate reasons, I highly suggest creating an organization for your blog to be separate. If you're just using it for your blog, then just simply get started by adding a new board here. So you add a new board, and once you've added a new board, I'll show you. It's really simple to do. Test. And once you've added, I pushed enter or push add, this is what comes up automatically. You have these three cards are the defaults, and you can go in and change the names of them, and then push save. You can change the names just simply by clicking on them and typing in what you want, pressing enter. So that's how they work. Let's go back here, and I'm going to show you one that's already set up. We have our Christian Mommy Blogger one, and I'll show you how we have it separated. We have in here to do, this is basically an inbox of things that we need to do next, and you can see the little pictures here have been assigned. We know who is going to be doing what just at a glance. I can say, okay, purchase image options for our link up. Nikki needs to do that. I'm going to reorganize our Pinterest boards. I'm going to do that. And this right here, you'll see that on the front of these cards, there are little icons, and these icons stand for something. And we're doing so this just means that I'm sorry, this icon, I don't know what that one means. Oh, I think it means it's just been assigned and it's mine. So this one just means that it belongs to me. It's my assignment. Sorry, I'm still learning this just a little bit, but this little icon means that there are four comments that have taken place within here, and you can see that we've tagged each other and talked just like you would do on Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus. You can do the same thing within these cards, and I'll show you more in depth in just a little bit. So we have a to-do board, we have a doing board, we have a consult going on right now, and you can see these little icons mean we've had 15 there's 15 comments in here where we've talked back and forth telling each other where it's at. We have attachments, we attach all of the contracts and all of that sort of thing. We attach them to our board, and I'm just going to add a card, and we'll call it consult so I can show you what I'm talking about. I don't want to show you personal information. So I clicked on the card, and this is what comes up. So we can add a checklist. This is all the things that we need to do. Say send contract, and then I can say received contract, And then when I send the contract, I just simply click here and it says it's done, and I'll usually go in and put a date in. And then once we've received the contract back signed, we can click here and we can see where we are in this entire process. And we have a template set out for our consult, but that updates this automatically. So you can add checklists to a card. You can assign members to your card. You can set due dates on your card. Say this needs to be done by what time, on what date. You can do that. You can attach files. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. You just click this and you can attach a file from both your computer, your Google Drive, or your Dropbox. We use Google Drive almost exclusively for our business, and so I could just click here and it would take me to my Google Drive and show me all the things that I have in here that I could easily attach. So let's say Twitter chat topics. I want to select that just like that, and there it is. There, all I have to do is come to this card instead of going and signing into Gmail, going to my drive, scrolling through and trying to find it. I can just come right in here and click it. This is an easy way that we use to share our Google Docs between our computers, so we can easily access things. And this keeps our card completely and totally together. So this is super helpful if you're doing things like consults or virtual assistant things, or anything that you are going to have a running list of attachments that you want to keep up with, all in one easy location. So right here, down here, you'll see activity. You can see it tells exactly what's taking place on this card. So I attached a document. I completed this and I completed that and I added that. So you can see a running list of all the things that you've done just by simply clicking, by viewing the activity. Let's go out of here and keep moving along. So in this section right here, we'll easily move the cards back and forth by just grabbing and moving around. So I can move the consult once we're done to here, and then eventually you might want to archive the board, but for now we're still working on this and it's our top priority, so I'll leave it there. So you can see here it says there's comments here. We have a description written in to give more information about this card. We also have attachments and a checklist with 6 of the 8 things that need to take place completed already. We also have a done, so we can see what we have completed. This is where we keep a list of our blog consults. We'll add their cards as they come up. Right now we're on a break from that. Then in blog post ideas, we go ahead and just add them in list format this way and keep a running list. So like here we have Tech Tuesday post. We made a card for it, and then on the back of the card we created a checklist with all the ideas that we have gathered on what needs to be added to our Tech Tuesday as a blog post idea. You can see we have a whole lot to work through, and we just keep adding as ideas come to this card. This is just a simple question we got: what is nofollow? We just need to do a blog post on that. If it's something that we're going to do a series, we just create the series ideas, social media etiquette, and then we create a checklist for what those posts within that series are going to be. So that's how we use that. We also have our social media. You can see we've assigned who does what for which type of social media. This is also where we just keep a list of ideas of questions to ask in Facebook or on Twitter or discussion starters. It's also where we keep up with all of our Twitter chat stuff. You can see that as we create the transcripts and plan for Twitter chat, I will add it here to the Google Drive, so both of us will easily be able to access it. Just in case one of us can't be there, the other one's able to easily go in and find what the plan is for the night. And then you can also see that we keep comments going. You can easily add a comment by adding the @ sign just like you do on Twitter or Google+, pressing enter, type in what you want, and then comment. I'm not going to do it because I don't want that to be on my activity log, so I'm just going to exit out. But that shows all of that. And we also keep in our blog, each of our blog sites have all of these same cards. We use the same cards across Intentional by Grace, Intentional Homeschool, and Christian Mommy Blogger. And then here you can see that we have a design card as well as Intentional Blogger book everything specific to that and future project ideas. So you can add as many cards as you want. You can just scroll back and forth by looking to be able to look at a glance at all of the things that you need to do. So those are that's our Christian Mommy Blogger board and the cards within that board, and that's just a brief overview of how we use it. Again, let's just go back here to the home page. You can see that we also keep several other boards open. You can see, I'll just let you glance in at one that's not a blog, a tech blog, that you can see this is our to-do things, and I've set a date for something that needed to be done, and you can see it at a glance. See, it's the same thing straight across. So there you go, and that's how we use Trello for organizing ourselves as bloggers. I hope that was helpful. I know that was really quick. I tried to keep it as short as I could, 10, almost 11 minutes. Sorry about that. We'll wrap it up now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I'm going to put some links to some other really helpful posts that I've found on how to use Trello as a blogger. Again, this is Leanne from ChristianMommyBlogger.com. I hope you have a great day.